This is a next level high vibrational love. And not everyone's going to be happy, unfortunately. You see, when you're in these types of high vibrational soul contracts with another individual, whether that means you are in another person's life for work purposes, for romantic purposes, you will unfortunately get other beings, low vibrational beings, I should say, that will try to infiltrate, that will try to deter, try to destroy the connection. This could be done through many ways. Try and think about a time when you were at a job that you loved, you got on with everybody, but all of a sudden now the boss has an issue with you. Reason being is the boss can see something within you, and the boss may feel like you're going to take their job. Or it could be a situation of you are striving to achieve something and someone comes into your life to help you to move towards this goal. They want to support you, invest in you. All of a sudden now another person joins, they want the same thing as you, and they feel like you're ruining their destiny, so they get in that person's ear, and then that person, whether it's a boss or whoever it is, switches up on you. These are the types of situations that can play out. Or if you're in a romantic relationship, you and your person are getting on, and they could have toxic friends that will try and steer them away, because their friends may feel to themselves like, oh, if they date you, that means they're going to change their life around. They're going to leave us behind in this toxic cycle that we're in. We rely on vices, and they were a part of that environment with us. They took part, I should say, in that act of taking, things that lower your vibration. So by you being in a relationship with someone, it can upset a lot of people, because they may feel like you're changing the destiny of that person, i.e. that person will open up their eyes now and see that there is a better way. Or if it's a job situation, someone may feel like you're going to climb higher up the ladder and leave them behind, and they will sabotage the situation, right? Please take what resonates. It can come in many forms, but there's a spirit that moves through people that operate in this way. And unfortunately, I feel like there could be a spirit moving through people to try and sabotage this beautiful connection that you are in, or that you will get in. Okay, that's just a heads up, because I thought, why are we starting off with the devil card? Spirit wants me to convey that message. Yes, there is toxic energies, toxic forces around your connection, because they can foresee, they feel that you are on the brink, you and your person are on the brink of something beautiful. And maybe these toxic forces had some type of control around your person, around you, and it's almost as if they don't want you both to experience the true blessing that you are so both deserving of. They want to hold you back. They may not feel like you are deserving. They may not feel like your person is deserving. They may feel like your person is going to leave them behind. It can mean a lot of different things. It's not your portion to try and understand. I'm looking at the devil's hand, right? He's pointing downward. So this indicates that whoever this person is, or these people are, they want you or your person to remain lower than them, to remain in a low state. This is a type of energy that will encourage you or your person to keep indulging in toxic vices to lower your state, so that you sabotage your actual connection, so that you sabotage your opportunities, right? Whoever this individual is, they want your partner to view you as beneath them, is what I'm picking up. They want to control, they want to bind, okay? But your connection with this individual is one whereby you both feel at home to each other. You could have fourth house sanitary placement. So their sun could be in your fourth house, right? Their Venus, their moon could be in your fourth house, or vice versa. Your fourth house in your natal chart represents what is familiar, what feels like home, okay? Maybe these toxic individuals also have, signs in your person or your fourth house, and that's why they felt familiar, because I've seen that happen in some cases when I've done investigations. I thought, okay, why is this person not removing themselves from this person who's clearly toxic? And I found that they have South Node connections. I've even found that for myself, or they have fourth house connection. So something could feel familiar, because if you connect with someone that has a South Node connection to yourself, your South Node is the node that we're supposed to release. But I look at the South Node as it demonstrates, about who we were in the past, right? And we're supposed to not bring in those same qualities from our past into the present. And I feel like when I look at the South Node in general, I feel like we can take some traits, into our present. Astrologers say that you're supposed to follow your North Node and be in alignment with your North Node's purposes, right? Regardless of what your North Node is. So that's something for you to do, butterflies, when you get the time. Look at your North Node or your South Node and just take a look at, people that you got into conflict with, and they may have the same sun, moon, Venus, mainly sun in your South Node. So your South Node could indicate who you should let go of. Because I've seen this when I've done my own research, right? When I was engaged to a Sagittarius man, and his South Node was in a specific sign, and he had a toxic friend that was very determined to separate us. And I started to think, and I believe that his friend actually had romantic feelings for him, because the way he was behaving was not normal. If your friend is going towards someone else, they're happy because he could see that, my partner was happy and stuff like that. But he didn't like it. His face would drop whenever my partner would greet me, kiss me on the cheek or whatever. Whenever my partner would get excited, whenever he saw me, he became very jealous. And maybe he thought I was taking his friend away, his brother away. But the thing is, what they were doing together was toxic. They were overindulging and they were doing the most. So it was, when I say doing the most, I mean like overindulging. And when my partner was with me, he was trying to change his life around. And he didn't like it, this friend. And when I done my partner's chart, I saw that his friend's so-called friend was a past life enemy. His so-called friend's sun sign was my partner's South Node, and that's happened to me before. And but funny enough, you're supposed to learn lessons from people like this. And they say you're supposed to release traits from the South Node. But I feel like you can bring some positive traits. This might be quite controversial with what I'm saying, because astrologers say release the South Node identity. But I feel like you can. I feel more so your South Node identity was, it's connected to enemies, right? They also say the 12th house is connected to enemies, your 7th house as well. But I feel like whoever this person is, whoever these energies are, they could be an enemy to you or your person from the past life, and they've come back in this life to collect. That's why they, could feel like they are owed something, and they may feel like them being a part of your, it could be someone that's in your South Node, your partner's South Node, your 7th house, your partner's 7th house, your 4th house, your partner, something like this, right? There's a familiarity with this individual. So maybe your person may not pick up on this person's true intentions, because they could come off as very warm and motherly and centered and caring. But besides the point, right, I feel like you and your person do have a strong bond, and it's felt by all. It's definitely felt by your person. It's definitely felt by you. There's some 4th house connections here, or maybe you both have Cancer in your chart, like say Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, and they have Cancer placements in their chart, or they could have, there's a sign in their 4th house that connects to maybe your ascendant, or because the 4th house rules the home. Cancer Sun, or the Cancer sign in general rules the 4th house, right? So there's a feeling of belonging when you're together. It's unspoken. There's a feeling of home. There's a feeling of you understand me, I understand you, because I'm looking at the stars. So you both may have felt growing up, you and your person, that you were different from your family, even though you loved your family dearly, right? Doesn't take away, but there's an energy of you both feeling like aliens. And with your connection, you both don't get that feeling. You both feel like home. You both felt like the outsiders in your family. You both felt like the rebels. You both stood out. You know, you knew there was something different about you, or you were both treated differently. But with each other, it's almost as if I feel like at home. I don't have to, you know, overextend myself to be accepted. I don't have to exaggerate my traits to be seen. I am seen by you. I feel like I can be my authentic self with you, and it's unspoken, but there's a space that you both allow each other to just be your true selves. You open up to each other, you honor each other. There's no embarrassment here. It's such a beautiful energy. There's no feeling of I have to pretend to be someone that I'm not. You accept me, flaws and all. I can talk about my worst experiences to you, and you will not flinch. You'll look me dead in the eye. I feel protected by you. I feel nurtured by you. I can tell you about my innermost fears, and you won't look down upon me as though I'm weak. Like, it's that type of energy. It's like a big warm hug. It's like having that protector. It's like having that nurturer, and it's vice versa. It's not one-sided. But people don't want this connection to flourish. People don't want you and this person to move towards the sunset, is what I see in my mind's eye, holding hands, right? People don't want you to walk down that yellow brick road. People don't want you to ease on down the road. Hashtag the whiz, right? I'm going to link that song. I don't know if some of you seen The Wiz with Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. Amazing film, right? They want the road to be rocky for both of you. They want you to separate. They don't even want you to separate. They don't even want you to get together to even experience this ease that they feel that you will experience. It's innate. Okay? People want, whoever this person is, I won't just say people. Could be up to 3 people though. They're waiting for some type of betrayal, for your person to walk away from you. They want you to wait as well. They don't want your ships to come in. They want to stagnate and stall this connection. There's a feeling of them thinking that you're non-deserving. Maybe they feel like the love that is on offer is too pure, it's too pristine. It's not fair that you gain this love, and it could highlight their jealousy and what they feel they haven't got in their life. If you gain this love, if your person gains this love, there's the energy of it's not fair. Okay? Because whoever this person is, they are falling in love with you. People can see this individual's emotions for you. It's not hidden, and some people feel like it's wrong. And I feel like this connection is one whereby it's not your ordinary, it's unorthodox. Maybe you're not religious, maybe your person's not religious, maybe you live together and you don't want to get married. There's something unorthodox here, but it works. It's like you're both happy with the way the situation is. Regardless if people are not happy, you're both escaping tower moments, visibly, or if it's not in the physical. Because I feel like this connection has had a lot of spiritual attacks, whereby they don't want this person, or they don't want you to see each other in a loving manner. There's been a lot of trickery going on behind the scenes. People not wanting you both to come together. People presenting themselves as the ideal match for yourself or your person. Maybe it could be friends that are fearing that now that your person is with you, there's no one to hang out with at the clubs and act a fool with. There's no one to chat up girls with because your person wants to settle down. Whoever else is angry about this connection feels like they were an option, or the binding and the manipulation that they possibly presented to you or your person has gone unnoticed. And there's a lot of anger and resentment and a call for blocking seeing your light, but not wanting your person to see your light. But with this connection, it will present many opportunities for fun. You know, I'm hearing favoritism, like you will be each other's favorite person to hang out with. You will be each other's best friend. You will have so much fun with this person. There is a lot of sexual attraction. You will be going out on dates with each other. It's like you'll be falling in love with each other again and again and again and again and again. There's a lot of enjoyment. You will enjoy each other's personalities. You will make each other laugh. This is an animated, quirky, witty type of connection whereby you're both creative. You'll be very supportive. You'll never get bored of each other. And there is a reconciliation. Maybe you've been separated. And I feel like you could be soulmates from a past life. And there is an energy from a past life that is also a soulmate, but a past life enemy. Whoever this individual is, whoever they are, they're going to be very shocked by this actual pairing, because right before their very own eyes, they're going to be witnessing a beautiful high level love, a love story. Maybe they wanted to feature in this love story, but I feel like there's a difference here between you and your person, maybe a difference of culture, and this is why people are going to be shocked. This person's going to be shocked because they will be thinking all the blocking and strategic planning that they did behind the scenes, the manipulation, it didn't work. Seeing that your person wants to hold on to you, hold on to this connection, because your person or yourself would have worked through their fears. Maybe their fears were preventing you from, maybe you or this other person, whoever you're connected with, was not releasing your fears from the past. And maybe it was because you were both in a low state in the past. You were more susceptible to being spiritually attacked, viewing each other as a threat, when the real threat was around you both. Dressed up and presented neatly, but underneath it all, they were deceptive. Followed you from a past life, followed your person from a past life to destroy your beautiful connection that's still going to transpire. Because not only are you and your person lovers, you will also become friends. This connection is cemented. Heavy Pluto and Moon connection here. Or you could be a Scorpio, they could be a Cancer. Please take what resonates. But there's a heavy bond. You can read each other's mind. It's got a lot of potency within this connection. A lot of beauty, a lot of happiness, laughter, jovialness, and a lot of intensity. Where you're both obsessed with each other, but not in a toxic way. You both allow each other freedom. Aquarius energy. This is an Aquarius-like connection. It's a Uranian type connection. We are experiencing Uranus transit in Gemini right now. And I did mention that you will see partners living separately, but being deeply in love. People not getting it. People feeling like, oh, you're married, so you should live with each other. Or you can never get married to each other because you live separately. It suits you both fine because you're both independent souls.